Today we're going to be looking at lowest common multiples, or otherwise known as least common multiples, LCM. It is also the lowest common denominator that are used in addition and subtraction of fractions. We're going to be looking at fractions in our next couple of videos. But for the sake of this class, we're going to just be looking at how to find LCM of numbers. LCM of numbers. Okay? I know there are a lot of methods used in finding LCM of numbers, but the method we're going to be using in this class will be so easy, especially for beginners. And it's going to take the same approach as to how to find prime factors that we used in our previous video. Check the link below for a video on prime factors. So let's get started on the first question that says find the LCM of 8 and 12. What am I going to do? So I will do something like this. 8 12. So the essence of this is you want to try to divide 8 and 12 until you cannot divide no more. And you want to start with the lowest number divisible. So if you look at 8 and 12, if you know your multiplication tables very well, you can tell that 2 can divide either one of them or both of them. 2 in 8 is going to give you 4. 2 in 12 is going to be 6 times, right? Then let's divide further. 2 can still divide. 2 in 4 is going to be 2. 2 in 6 is going to be 3. Okay? Let's divide further. Remember, we want to divide until both of these numbers become unity, 1. Also, 2 can still divide. How many times will 2 go into? That's going to be 1 time. 2 divided by 3. Now, because 2 cannot divide 3, it's going to have a remainder. What you do is bring down 3. Okay? Remember, we want to divide these numbers until it's going to become a unity. It's going to be 1, right? So, this is already 1. This is 3. The next thing is 3 can divide. So that tells me that 3 in 1, just say, put down 1. 3 in 3, it's going to be 1 because this is already 1 right here. 3 in 3 is going to be 1. As you can see, we have been able to divide 8 and 12 until we get to 1, right? So that means the LCM of 8 and 12 is going to be, you multiply these numbers out. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So in that case, it's going to give me 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. So that means 24 is the LCM of 8 and 12. Okay, so let's look at the next problem. LCM of 10 and 20. So we'll do the same approach. 10, 20. What is the smallest number that can divide either 10 or 20? That is 2, right? 2 in 10 is going to give you 5. 2 in 20 is going to give you 10, right? So now if you look at this, this is 5 and this is 10. And remember, we are talking about lowest common multiples. That means you have to start with the lowest number that can divide. 5 and 10. 2 can still divide 10, right? So that means 2 can divide, but 2 cannot divide without having a remainder. Then I bring down 5. Okay? 2 in 10, that is 5 times. Okay? So now at this point, 5 can divide because 5 in 5 is 1. 5 in 5 is 1. We have been able to divide everything up to 1 and 1. So that means the LCM is going to be 2 times 2 times 5. And what's that going to give us? That's going to give us 20. 20. So that means the LCM of 10 and 20 is 20. You will find this handy by the time we start looking at fractions. So that's why the knowledge of LCM is very important. So let's find the LCM of 18 and 24. Remember, you want to start from the lowest number. 2 is the lowest number that can divide any of these, right? 2 in 18 is 9. 2 in 24 is 12. Okay? Now, if you look at this, even though 3 can go in 9 and 3 can also divide 12, you don't want to use that yet because 2 can still divide 12. Remember, lowest. We are looking at lowest common multiples. So that means that I will say 2. 2 in 9 is still going to be 9. Just bring down 9 because 2 in 9 is going to have a remainder, right? 2 in 12 is going to be 6 times. 6 times. If you look at this also, 2 can still divide 6. So that means I still use 2. 2 in 9 is also still 9 because it's going to have a remainder. 2 in 6 is going to be 3. Very good. So now in this case, 2 cannot divide 9, neither can 2 divide 3. So the next number that can divide is going to be 3. 3 in 9 is going to be 3 times, while 3 in 3 is going to be 1. Okay? So we still have one more step to go. 3 can divide 3 now, 1. And 3 in 1, just bring down your 1 right there. So that means my LCM is going to be 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. What's that going to give us? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24, right? 24 times 3 is 72. So that means 72 is the LCM of 18 and 24. So if you take note, the LCM of the numbers we did in this class are LCM of 2 numbers. In our next video, we're going to be looking at LCM of more than 2 numbers. I will encourage you to go ahead and practice more problems on LCM. As they say, practice make perfection. All right. If you are new on this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and click on the bell to turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. See you in the next class.